So you got home, you got yourself some trout, and you're thinking you want to smoke them. I'm going to throw a couple tips your way that hopefully will give you some better tasting fish in the long run. So here we are, our bounty from Lake Roosevelt, just east of Spokane, a couple of 15, 16 inch fish. And what's cool about these ones is, I haven't fully done this, but these trout are mysis shrimp eaters, so their food quality is amazing. I'd say it's just as good or close to steelhead, or maybe even it has some tones and some texture of like salmon. So when you get to this part, I like to take this knife and come through and cut, half-inch splices through the fish. And then that preps it ready to go, as opposed to filleting it. This is a process that I think you lose a lot less flesh. And once you pull it off the smoker, the skin peels right off and it makes it very simple. So I just get myself prepped up and everything. Then I take my big fillet knife, I'm kidding, cleaver. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna come through and just, that pops all the bones and the spine, and it's 10 times easier than trying to work your way through the entire fish with just your fillet knife or a knife of like this. Then I can come through and, there's some meat there. We should probably grab that. It goes over there, but we can come through at this point and you're left with very nice steak chunks that are almost ready to go for smoking. Now we're getting there, and we've got these 2 fish processed. We've got quite a few steaks ready to rock. And then my trick is I love Morton's smoke flavored sugar cure. This is a meat cure, but I use it exclusively for fish. I'm sure it could work well in other applications. And then I run brown sugar. This is just simple as it gets. You can get as crazy or whatever, add spice, add whatever, but I run it in a 2-to-1 ratio. So in this one, I'm gonna drop 1 cup of the sugar cure and a ½ cup of brown sugar. Very simple. So we dumped it on top of the fish. We're gonna bring it over here to the stove and we're gonna fill her up. Just enough to coat the fish. That should get her done. Now, it's just a waiting game. So it is now just short of 5 o'clock here in Spokane, and I'm going to probably grab those. They're sitting outside. Thankfully, it's our outdoor fridge because it's winter time and they can just stay outside. Got them covered up, and then I'll probably pull them somewhere around noon, 1 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll resume the next step in getting these fish to the food stage. So now we've had about 20 hours soak in the brine. I've dumped out the majority of the stuff already, but now what we're gonna do is we're gonna dump it into the colander and give it a wash. Next up, drying them off. Next, you got your favorite baking sheet out, you've laid out some paper towels, and then it's just a simple process of smash, and get the majority of the moisture off the top of these things. Now there's a super top secret element to my fish smoking program. Want to see what it is? And there it is, kids, a fan. So if you run the fan over the top of one side of the fish for 20 minutes and then flip the fish and run it over again for 20 minutes, it's gonna get a layer of, I think it's called pedicule or pectin, that comes on the top of the fish and locks the moisture in. And it is an absolute game changer. So you get yourself a box fan, run it over the fish, 20 minutes each side, the best. So now we've had 20 minutes aside of air drying this, and I wish you could feel the tackiness that comes with it now that you've done that. And it just absolutely locks in the moisture. So now with our fully prepped out fish. We're gonna head to the Traeger and start her up at 180 degrees and see what kind of juicy, I call it almost trout bacon by the time this is done. Slight pro tip, because this stuff is so sticky, get yourself some oil, coconut oil, olive oil, whatever, and coat your grill before you put it on. Otherwise you're gonna lose a little bit to the grill. So here we are out in the winter of Eastern Washington, and this is what we're dealing with for the next probably 2.5 to 3 hours of this level of fish. And what we're looking for here is about every half an hour come out, flip them, and then just watch it and see how much it flakes. You can overcook it and it becomes a little more tacky like a jerky, or if you come in and pick it up at the right time, it's trout bacon. And now the finished product. And this stuff is just ridiculous. And the reason why that we use this kind of method is because it becomes such an easy process to not lose any of the meat. This just folds right off. Boom, this chunks right out. Trout bacon. That stuff is thebomb.com. And the beautiful thing, these skins also become great dog food. You can hear my dog. And again, thanks for coming along on this. And I hope you enjoy your trout bacon next time you bring a trout in and want to make it happen.